हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, Sloka number 36. एतावदेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासु नात्मनः अन्वयाव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यस्या सर्वत्र सर्वदा। एतावदेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयाव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यस्या सर्वत्र सर्वदा। सर्वत्र सर्वदा। एतावदेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वया व्यतिरेकाभ्याम् यस्य सर्वत्र सर्वदा एतावदेव जिज्ञासम् जिज्ञासुनात्मनः यस्य सर्वत्र सर्वदा. माताजी जिज्ञासुनात्मनः व्यतिरेकाभ्याम् यस्य सर्वत्र सर्वदा एतावदेव जिज्ञासम् तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वया यस्य सर्वत्र सर्वदा एतावत् up to this eva certainly jijnasyam is to be inquired tattva the absolute truth jijnasuna by the student atmanaha of the self anvaya directly vitirekabhyam indirectly yet whatever Shyat, it may be sarvatra in all space and time, sarvada in all circumstances. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. A person who is searching after the Supreme Absolute Truth, the personality of Godhead, most certainly search for it up to this, in all circumstances, in all space and time, and both directly and indirectly. Initial portion of the purport we read yesterday. We will start from the indirectly. It is said from there. Indirectly, it is said that the whole Vedic social construction of human society is so made that everyone acts as a part and parcel of the complete body of the Lord. The intelligent class of men, or the Brahmanas, are situated on the face of the Lord. The administrative class of men, the Kshatriyas, are situated on the arms of Lord. The productive class of men, the Vaishyas, are situated on the belt of the Lord. And the laborer class of men, the Sudras, are situated on the legs of the Lord. Therefore, the complete social construction is the body of the Lord, and all the parts of the body, namely the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Sudras, are meant to serve the Lord's whole body conjointly. Otherwise, the parts become unfit to be coordinated with the supreme consciousness of oneness. Universal consciousness is factually achieved by coordinated service of all the concerned to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that alone can ensure total perfection. Therefore, even the great scientists, the great philosophers, the great mental speculators, the great politicians, the great industrialists, the great social reformers, etc., cannot give any relief to the restless society of the material world, because they do not know the secret of success as mentioned in the verse of Bhagavatam, namely that one must know the mystery of Bhakti Yoga. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.15 also it is said, Namam duskritino moda prapadyante naradama mayaya pahruta jnana asuram bhavam ashrita. Because the so-called great leaders of human society are ignorant of the great knowledge of Bhakti Yoga and are always engaged in ignoble acts of sense gratification, bewildered by the external energy of the Lord. They are stubborn rebels against the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they never agree to surrender unto Him because they are fools, miscreants, and the lowest type of human beings. Such faithless believers may be highly educated in the material sense of the term, but factually they are the greatest fools of the world because by the influence of the external material nature, all their so-called acquisition of knowledge has been made null and void. Therefore, all advancement of knowledge in the present context of things is being misused by cats and dogs, fighting with one another for sense gratification, and all acquisition of knowledge in science, philosophy, fine arts, nationalism, economic development, religion, and great activities are being spoiled by being used as dresses of our dead men. There is no utility in the dresses used for covering a coffin of a dead body, save getting false applause from the ignorant public. The Srimad Bhagavatam therefore says again and again that without attainment of the status of Bhakti Yoga, all the activities of human society are to be considered absolute failures only. It is said, Parabhavastavad jato yavanna jijnasata atmatattvam yavan kriyatavadidam manovai karmatmakam yena sharira bandha. As long as one is blind to inquiring after self-realization, all material activities, however great they may be, are all different kinds of defeat because the aim of human life is not fulfilled by such unwanted and profitless activities. The function of human body is to attain freedom from material bondage. But as long as one is fully absorbed in material activities, his mind will be overwhelmed in the whirlpool of matter, and thus he will continue to be engaged in material bodies life after life. Evam mana karma vasham prayungte avidyayamane upadayimane pritirna yavan mayivasudeve namuchyate deha yogena tavat. If one's mind that generates different kinds of bodies for suffering different kinds of material pangs, therefore, as long as the mind is absorbed in it is one's mind that generates different kinds of bodies for suffering different kinds of material pangs. Therefore, as long as the mind is absorbed in fruitive activities, the mind is understood to be absorbed in nescience, and thus one is sure to be subjected to material bondage in different bodies again and again, until one develops a transcendental love for Godhead Vasudeva, the Supreme Person. To become absorbed in the transcendental name, quality, form, and activities of the Supreme Person Vasudeva means to change the temper of the mind from matter to absolute knowledge, which leads one to the path of absolute realization and thus frees one from the bondage of material contact and engagements in different material bodies. The rest of purport will be taken in the future classes. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas so that I can speak something meaningful on this Srimad Bhagavatam sloka. In summary, today we will be seeing how the Bhakti is the best sadhana. There are so many sadhanas to attain the Lord: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Among all these sadhanas, Bhakti is the supreme most sadhana, and also which fulfills the requirements mentioned in this particular verse: Anvaya, Vyatireka, Sarvatra, Sarvada. Other sadhanas, they don't fulfill this. That also we will see. And also from Srila Prabhupada purport, we will see how great philosophers, scientists, etc., they cannot give relief to the problems in the material world unless they accept Bhakti Yoga. Although they may be considered as the intelligent people by the society, but as per Srimad Bhagavatam, they are greatest fools. And also from purport we will say, as long as one doesn't inquire about Atma Tattva and one is involved in the material absorption, till then transmigration continues. One need to accept bodies again and again. Also from purport we will say, then when this transmigration or accepting the body stops, only when one develops prema to Lord Vasudeva. So here we can see this is the Chatusloki Bhagavatam, second canto, 9th chapter, 33rd, 34th, 35, 36. These are the 4 slokas which give the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. Also there is Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. That is the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 8, 9, 10 and 11. These 4 verses are the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita, which gives the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Also there is a 3 Sloki Bhagavad Gita. That is the 15th chapter, 16th, 17th and 18th slokas. They are the 3 Sloki Bhagavad Gita. Basically these are the verses which gives the essence of the whole scripture. So yesterday we heard from His Grace Nandadulal Prabhu explaining how the importance of asking the questions. So here also we see Brahmaji asked a question in 2nd canto, 9th chapter, 29th and 30 slokas. What he asked is, I am engaged in the creation. So during the creation, I may get entangled or also I may get proud. So you accepted me as a friend and you have shaken hand with me. So can you please tell me what is the best sadhana by which I don't get entangled in this during this process of creation, so that I don't become proud? What is the best sadhana? That is what Brahmaji inquired in 2.9.29.30. And this sloka is the answer to that particular question. Krishna is answering what is the best sadhana. The best sadhana is the best sadhana so that one don't get entangled or one don't get bewildered, one don't get proud. That is given here. But if we read the sloka, and the simple answer is best sadhana is the Bhakti Yoga. But if we read the sloka, there is no word Bhakti only. Etavadeva jijjasyam tattva jijnyasunatmana anvaya vyatirekabhya yasya sarvatra sarvada. There is no word Bhakti mentioned there. And not even the 9 angas of Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, that is also not there. Even Rupa Goswami mentioned 64 angas of Bhakti. None of them is also mentioned here. So how can we say that the best sadhana is Bhakti Yoga? So that's why we need the spiritual master. It is secretly mentioned here. Bhakti, although not mentioned the word, it is secretly mentioned here. We need to approach Guru and learn. So from the Guru Parampara, our Acharyas, they gave commentary explaining how this verse is explaining about the Bhakti is the best sadhana. So during our Vidyapit, His Grace Balram Shakti Prabhu, he taught us this verse from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary. So because of his speaking, maybe I understood little bit. Otherwise, on my own, if I read, I might have not grasped it. So he explained through one example. What is the best drink to quench our thirst? So anything that is best, that should be following four things which are mentioned here. Anvaya, Vyatireka, Sarvatra, Sarvada. Anvaya means direct. By following it, we need to get a positive result. Vyatireka means by not following it, we don't get a positive result. Sarvatra means that result appears at all places and all circumstances. Sarvada means at all times. So, what is the best drink that quenches thirst? If we ask this question, so Anvaya, by drinking it, our thirst would be quenched. So, what is that best drink? There may be so many drinks like ghee, honey, milk, curd, sugar syrup. Like that, so many drinks are there. But by drinking them, is our thirst is quenching. Actually, it increases. If we take more ghee, our thirst increases. So then what is that? By drinking water, our thirst is quenched. So water is fitting in the Anvaya. Then Vyatireka means indirectly. By not drinking water, my thirst is not quenched. By not drinking water, but drinking all other things. So that we had seen, ghee, coconut oil, one girl, she got less marks in the exam and she wanted to end the life. She drank coconut oil. Somehow she was admitted and saved. So instead of quenching the thirst, our body gets harmed by drinking the all other drinks. Then sarvatra. Sarvatra means at all places. So by mistake, if someone is locked in the bathroom and there is no one to open it till the evening, and he was desperate to come out and no one is there, he got locked in the bathroom, and out of emergency drank water from the bathroom, still the thirst is quenched. So at all places. But other drinks like cola, etc., one may say that I drink a cool drink, but my thirst will be quenched, but may not be. It is not for everyone. Those who have diabetes, it may not be applicable. Similarly, sarvada. Sarvada means it should be at all times. One may get up in the midnight and drink water, still the thirst is quenched. But other drinks may not be, like coconut water is there. Generally people prefer in the summer, but in the rainy season, in the cold countries, they don't prefer. So in that way, what is the best drink is? The best drink is water, because it is fitting in the Anvaya, Vyatireka, Sarvatra, Sarvada. At all places, at all times, and by drinking it, our thirst is quenched. And by not drinking it and drinking all other things, our thirst is not quenched. So similarly, Brahmaji is telling what is the best sadhana so that I can practice and don't get entangled. So here Krishna is answering in this particular sloka, inquire until that point till you achieve this particular sadhana. Once you reach this particular sadhana, your inquiry stops. What is that sadhana? So the best sadhana, four things are there. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Ashtanga yoga, and Bhakti yoga. So among these four, which fits in these four? Anvaya, Vyatireka, Sarvatra, sarvada, that we will see. So, Anvaya means by following it, positive results should come. So, if we see the Varnashram Dharma or Karma Yoga means practicing the Varnashram duties without expecting the result, that is Niskama Karma Yoga. If we see that, Tyaktva Swadharmam Charanambujam Harer Bhajan Apakvo Tapate Tato Yadi Yatrak Vavabdram Abhuta Musyakim Kovarda Apto Abhajatam Swadharmataha. Tyaktva Swadharmam. So one is giving up the Varnashram duties. Charanambujam Harer, for the sake of worshipping the Lord. Bhajan Apakvo. In Hindi also Apakva means not ripened. Hindi also we use Am Pakvaikya. So it is Apakva. Apakva means not yet ripened. His bhakti is not yet ripened. Ata Patet Tato Yadi. So he fell down. Yatrakva Abhadram means what is inauspicious? There is no inauspicious if one starts the bhakti and falls down. There is no inauspicious. So, Neha Vikramanashosti Pratyavayo Navidyate Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Even if one does Swalpa, little of this bhakti, there is no loss. So, similarly, Jnana Yoga, if we see, so in this way here, Kovarta Apto Abhajatam Swadharmata. But on the other hand, one is doing Swadharma, Karma Yoga very nicely. But Kovarta, what is the gain? There is no gain. That is how, of course, it is not to say that one should not do Varnashram duties. We need to understand as per the context. So here it is clearly mentioned, by doing this Karma Yoga, you are not getting any gain. And even if you start Bhakti Yoga and loses, but there is no loss. In that way, Bhakti is fulfilling the Anvaya, whereas Varnashram Dharma is failing in the Anvaya. Similarly, Vyatireka, if we see Jnana Yoga, Shreya Srutim Bhakti Mudasyate Vibho Klishyanti Eke Balabodha Labdaye Tesham Aso Kleshala Yesha Sishyate Nanyad Yadastola Tusavagatinam. So, one is performing the Jnana Yoga, but Shreya Srutim Bhakti. Bhakti is the topmost beneficial process. Udasya, he gave up the Bhakti. And he is taking Bodha. Bodha means Jnana Yoga. So, then what is he is getting? He is getting Klesha only misery. Bhagavad Gita also tells, Klesho adhikataras tesham avyakta asakta chetasam. Avyakta hi gatir dukkam. So, here also, one gives up the bhakti but practices Jnana Yoga. It is only like a beating the empty husk. So, traditionally, they keep the whole grains with husk in the mortar and then beat with a wooden rod. When they are beaten like that, the husk and the grains, they get separated. So that is the process. Take the whole grain and beat. But if we take only husk and keep beating it, then there is no use only. One doesn't get any use. Similarly, here also it is mentioning, one may do Jnana Yoga, but without the Bhakti, then actually there is no gain. In that way, Jnana Yoga fails in the Anvaya, whereas Bhakti is fulfilling the Vyatireka. Then what about the, okay, I will do all other paths, at least they give some other gains, which other paths don't give. So it is mentioned, Yat karma vir yat tapasa jnana vairagyatascha yogena dana dharmena shreyo viryatarairapi sarvam mad bhakti yogena mad bhakto labatenjasa sarva swargapavargam maddama kadachit yadivanchati. So even if one don't do karma, tapasa, jnana, vairagya, and by doing bhakti they can get all those results of those processes. In that way, all those processes, they are failing in the Vyatireka. Vyatireka means if one don't do that process, and there is no other way. But here Bhakti is there. Through Bhakti, one can get the result of all other processes. In that way, all other processes are failing in the Sarvatra, Vyatireka. Similarly, we can see the third condition, Sarvatra. Sarvatra also it means Bhakti can be performed at all places. Te vai vidanti atitaranti cha deva maya Sri Sudra hona sabara api papa jiva yadadbhuta karma parayana sila siksha tiryak janapi kimu srutadharanaye. So this sloka is telling Bhakti can performed by Sri Sudra hona sabara and all the people. Also we have Kirata hunandra pulinda pulkasa Avira Sumba Yavana Kasadaya. So this verse also speaks about the Andhra people, China people, Mongolians, or Greek people. Prabhupada mentions in that particular purport. All these people, they can also perform the bhakti. So in that way, sarvatra, everyone can perform. But for karma yoga, it is not the case. Place is very, very important. So when Mataji, her sister has a problem, she went to astrologer. So the astrologer told she has this particular dosha. So before marriage, you need to do this particular ceremony, ritual. I think you have missed it. That's why she is suffering in the marriage now. She told, no, we have done that particular ritual. Where you did? We did in Bhiwandi. He told, no, it will not work. You have to do in the Siddhapur, in Gujarat, or in the Nasik. Only if you do there, that has a effect. Wherever other place you do, it is not effective. So karma yoga depends on the place. So it is failing in the sarvatra. Similarly, Ashtanga yoga we cannot do in the every place. It is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter, Suchau Deshe. So one should go to the holy place, Mathura, Vrindavan, Prayag, and then do Ashtanga yoga. So Prabhupada writes there, many people are teaching Ashtanga yoga in the cities that may have some health benefits, but it will not achieve the actual purpose of the Ashtanga yoga. And also many things are mentioned, go to that particular place, keep your asana not high or not low, and sthiram, the asana should be fixed. So if the asana is moving, he can't do Ashtanga yoga. Like imagine someone doing Shirshasana in the local train. It is very difficult because it is changing. Even if someone manages, Shastra is not recommending it. Although not recommendable, but many of our congregation, when I speak to them, they say that we chant while traveling because so much hectic schedule, they need to balance the health, family, job, financial situation. So, but bhakti can be performed at all places. Many times people ask, can we chant in the hospital? We have not taken bath, or try in 2 days journey, we have not taken bath. Can we chant? Yes, it can be chanted. We can see the Gopal Guru. So the one person, he was so much addicted to chanting. If he leaves the tongue like that, the tongue is always vibrating the holy names. So he want to clear the stomach. He want to go outside. So during that time he felt, if I go there and if I leave the tongue like that, tongue is chanting, but that is a contaminated place. How can I chant there? So he held his tongue with one hand and carrying water with other hand and going. At that time, the Gopal, one boy, he asked, why are you catching your tongue? What can I do? I am so much addicted to chanting. If I leave that my hand, the tongue is telling Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So I am holding it because that is a contaminated place. I can't chant there. So immediately Gopal told, what if death comes at that time? Will you not chant the holy name? So at the time of death, we are supposed to chant the holy name. So even at that place, you can chant the holy name like that. The small boy advised that Vaishnava, So when this news reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, he is actually Guru. So he changed his name to Gopal Guru because he gave a very nice instruction. So in that way, Bhakti can perform at all places, Sarvatra. But other yoga processes, they fail in the Sarvatra. Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see this whole earth planet is Bharata Varsha. And there are other Varshas, Kim Purusha Varsha, Hari Varsha, Elavrata Varsha, 5th canto, 18th chapter. All those Varshas also, Bhakti is performed and they all offer prayers. Similarly, Sarvada. Sarvada means at all times. So, karma cannot be performed at all times. Karma means, Balram Shakti Prabhu is explaining, Nitya, Naimittika and Kamya karmas. Nitya means regular Sandhya, Vadman, etc. Naimittika means marriage duties, Shraddha ceremony. They cannot be performed at all times. Adhikamas, they don't do any marriage ceremony because Karma Yoga is not fit in that time. Or if someone dies in the home for 1 year, there is no marriage because karma, that naimittic karma cannot be performed during that time. So recently I called one Mataji and while I just asked her, have you completed the rounds? She told, no, I am not chanting since 10 days. What happened? So someone with our surname have left the body. So we have the Sutakam now. Sutakam, so 13 days I will not chant. I told that is not the case with the Bhakti. Karma may have such rules, but Bhakti you need to do. Whether Sutakam or whatever it may be, every day you need to chant the holy name. Otherwise, it is not considered as Uttama Bhakti. Uttama Bhakti means Anukulyena Anuselanam. It should be favorable and also continuous. Anuselana means continuous. So one may say that I am continuous, I am not like Kamsa, who continuously think about Krishna but not favorable. I am very favorable. I love Krishna, but I chant on Ekadashi only, not other days. So that is not Uttama Bhakti. Uttama Bhakti means Anuselanam, continuous. Continuous means not every minute. If it is mentioned every minute or every second, sadhaka may get discouraged. I am not able to do this sadhana, let me give it up. That's why the Shastras say at least every day. So every day one need to chant the holy name, then it is considered as the Uttama Bhakti. If I get Sotakam 13 days, I give it up, and another 3 days I give up like that, that is not considered as the Uttama Bhakti, and we can't expect the 6 benefits, Kleshada, Subhada, all the benefits of the Uttama Bhakti. Similarly, Bhakti can be performed at all times of life. Sarvada also means all stages of life. Prahlad Maharaj, he performed Bhakti when he was in the womb. Dhruva Maharaj performed when he was 5 years old. And Ambarish Maharaj performed Bhakti when he was in youth. And similarly, Dhritarashtra performed in the old age. And Ajamila performed Bhakti just before dying. And Chitraketu Maharaj, after giving up the body in the Vidyadhara planet, he performed Bhakti. So, Bhakti is performed at all stages of life. And also, Sarvada also means all yugas. So, Bhakti is there in all yugas. In the Satya Yuga, there is a Dhyayato Vishnu, means meditation on Lord Vishnu. In Treta Yuga, Yajnas are there. And in Dwapara Yoga, Paricharyam, deity worship, and in the Kali Yoga, Nama Sankirtanam. In that way, Bhakti is present in all the yogas also. And Bhakti can be performed by good conduct or bad conduct. We may say that he is having such a bad conduct. How can he perform Bhakti? But Krishna is telling, Api chet suduracharo bhajate mam ananyabhav sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito isa. He may be having bad conduct. Still he can perform Bhakti and he can be called as sadhu. And Bhakti can be performed by attached or detached. Akama sarvakamo va mokshakama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena yajetahi purushaparam. So whether he don't have any desires or all desires or only one desire, that is mukti, whoever it may be, they can do the Bhakti. And Bhakti can be performed by those who are aspiring liberation or already liberated. Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgandha api Urukrama Kurvanta Haidukim Bhaktim Ittam Bhuta Gunai Hari. So Sukadeva Goswami already liberated. Then he take to the process of bhakti, and bhakti can be performed by sadhana siddhas or nitya siddhas. Sadhana siddhas like Narada Muni can do bhakti, or nitya siddhas like Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, they can also do bhakti. So, as per the purport, we can see in the purport, Prabhupada mentions all the varnas are coming from the Lord's body. So, and it is their duty to serve the Lord. Ata pumbir dvijasreshta varnashrama vibhagasa swanustitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. So, the duty of all the varnas is and ashramas is to serve the Lord. But many of the great leaders, etc., Prabhupada mentions, they cannot give relief to the society unless they accept the Bhakti Yoga. So, why? Because they are not able to see they don't know the destination, they don't know the goal. When they themselves don't know the goal, means they are blind. When they are blind and they are leading the other blind, so they only create the problems. That's why Prabhupada mentions animals and birds, they are more happy because they don't have any scientists in them. Because the so-called great leaders of human society are ignorant of this great knowledge of Bhakti Yoga and are always engaged in ignoble acts of sense gratification, bewildered by the external energy of the Lord. They are stubborn rebels against the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and are never agree to surrender unto Him because they are fools, miscreants, and the lowest type of human beings. Generally, many times, so Prabhupada mentions here, such faithless believers may be highly educated in the material sense of the term, but factually they are the greatest fools of the world because by the influence of external material nature, all their so-called acquisition of knowledge has been made null and void. So here we can see how in our place there is whenever I go village, if I meet 10 people, at least 8 people ask the same questions. They ask, do you get salary? I say that no, I don't get any salary. Then what about your food? What about your clothes? Soap? I tell that we have all the facilities they give. Then they inquire, but you came home, means you came by train, you have some concession, you no need to take any tickets. Like that also they ask. So I say that no, we also need to purchase tickets. But who will pay that money? So I generally tell that our institute will give the money. So one time I heard in one class, one of the Prabhuji, 2 brahmacharis are traveling, that brahmachari is sharing, and similar question is asked by someone. So they told, one brahmachari told, our institute gives all the support. Other brahmachari told, no, it is Krishna who gives. Who is giving given to the institute? It is Krishna. So like that. I was inspired by that, and in my village, one person asked me, who is providing you all this? I told Krishna is providing. Immediately he became so much agitated. He became agitated and he told, if Krishna is providing, if Krishna gives rain today, that is around May 25th, 1 or 2 days here and 2014, in the mid of the summer, how the rain will come? So if Krishna provides rain today, then I will accept what you are telling. So I told, he is already agitated and I did not speak anything. After 2-3 hours, again he came and spoke to me in a peaceful way, who is providing like that. I told him our institute provides. So in that way, I don't know whether he is a atheist or maybe he is agitated because I am speaking beyond my realization, whatever it may be. But some kind of rebelness is there. Why he is telling Krishna will provide? Then another Mataji, she does only some simple services. She washes clothes and all. Whatever little bit people gives, she lives by that. And one Peru was given to her by plucking one of the Mataji. Immediately she brought spontaneously and kept in the altar. So we need to offer to God and then only we accept. So in the material sense, that first person, he is very influential. He has so much land. He knows contacts with MLA, MP, all those things. He is considered as intelligent by everyone. And this simple lady may be a fool like that people think. But actually, as per Bhagavatam, it is mentioning, unless one is such faithless non-believers may be highly educated in the material sense of the term, but actually they are greatest fools of the world, because by the influence of external material nature, all their so-called acquisition of knowledge has been made null and void. That is what we can see even in the Duryodhana, who is also, although it is repeatedly told to him when Krishna came to the peace messenger, so he made all the arrangements. Krishna told, I came with a goal. After completing my goal, I will accept your dinner. He told, what is the connection between that and this? You have to accept. Krishna told, I don't have hunger, and also you are offending my devotees. If you are offending my devotees, you are offending me, so I will not accept it. For no cause you are hating the Pandavas. So in that sense, then Krishna goes to that particular assembly where Duryodhana planned to capture Krishna. So with great effort, everyone tries to convince. Kanva speaks about, Parsuram speaks about Dambodhava story. Kanva speaks about the Matali story. Everyone is trying to convince the Duryodhan, please accept what Krishna is telling. At least give the 5 villages. But he is not ready, and he planned to capture Krishna. So at that time, Krishna shown the universal form, and Dhritarashtra begged, can I also see this form? And Krishna gave this vision to him. After seeing everything, still Duryodhana is so rebellious. Still he is, during the first chapter of Gita, while mentioning the warriors, he don't even mention Krishna's name, although he had seen the universal form, because he don't have faith in that. Parabhavastavad abodha jato yavanna jijjasata atmatatvam yavat kriya tavadidam manovai karmatmakam yena sharira bandha. So as long as our mind generates the, there is a defeat as long as we don't inquire about the absolute truth. So it is mentioned in one of the ancient kingdoms, there is a punishment. They need to push a round stone to the top of the hill and then release it. So that is with great effort, they push the stone to the top of the hill. And after reaching the top, what they need to? They need to release it, and again they start pushing it again. So that is how the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. So one may be very PhD, but in the next life again he need to start from the bottom of the hill, A, B, C, D, and again push it, reach the top, only to release it again. So most of the people, 99% of people, they are absorbed in the karmatmakam, so material activities. So I was speaking with one Mataji, she was telling her 2 sons are there. I'm just giving one example, but this is the case 99%. She is having one elder son who is enter into higher circles, but he left the body. And the second son is don't have job, but he leads luxurious life. And the husband is paralyzed, and she herself have breast cancer, like that. So many problems he was telling, and I don't know what to do, what suggestion to give. I just did the reflective hearing, thinking that she herself might get some of the solutions. And at the end, I told her, chant 2 rounds or 1 round, like that. She told, okay. And next year when I met her, she told, are you chanting? She told, sometimes I do, but most of the times there is no time, I will not be able to chant. And again, she started telling all the family problems. Previously, the daughter-in-law is not speaking. She communicates through the granddaughter. Now somehow that problem is solved. but many other problems are there. I am somehow trying to solve all of them. And next year when I went, I came to know that she left the body. So in that way, one is engaged fully in the duties, but at the same time forgetting the spiritual duties. By that what happens? Again, another material body comes, another material body comes. So, of course, I am also, for her sense object is family, for me some other thing. But absorbed in the matter gives the next material body. I am not saying neglect the duties. We need to do the family duties at the same time. Spiritual duties, both should be parallel tracks. It is one's mind that generates different kinds of bodies for suffering different kinds of material pangs. Therefore, as long as the mind is absorbed in fruitive activities, the mind is understood to be absorbed in nescience, and then one is sure to be subjected to material bondage in different bodies again and again, until one develops a transcendental love for Godhead Vasudeva. So that is how one should develop the love for Lord Vasudeva. That is, till then, the mind is generating the material bodies, because the gross body is like a glove, and the soul and along with the mind is like the hand. Only when the hand enters the glove, glove has a shape. That's why as long as the, otherwise without the hand, glove don't have any shape. That's why when the soul leaves, immediately the body loses shape, because it is only glove, no systematic shape is there. And how the mind has the so many impressions over several lifetimes. So that is how mind develops the next material body. So Chaitanya Charan Prabhu mentions, recover it, don't recover it. So recover it means, recover has the meaning, if someone is sick, we ask, and he came back from the Sevastan, we ask, fully recovered, means did you come back to your original state of health? Recover means. Recover means again covering. Re means again. Cover means again covering. So there are three coverings the Bhagavad Gita mentions, as the smoke covers the fire, or as the dust covers the mirror, or embryo covers the womb. Smoke covers the fire. Smoke covering the fire is compared to human beings, whereas dust covering the mirror is the animals. Embryo covering the womb is considered to the trees, because covering is more in the, this covering is the lust. What it is covering is the jnana. So the lust is covering the jnana. It is more covering in the trees and the animals. And in the case of the human beings, it is very mild. Covering is very mild. That's why human being can understand who is God, who is why I am suffering, all these things, because covering is less. So that's why he is telling, recover it. Already some cover is there. With every mantra we chant, with every prasad that we take, with every satsang we attend, that covering is slowly removed. And every bad choice that we make to break the four regulative principle, we are recovering. Again, already covered little is there. We are adding more and more cover. If we add more cover, again we'll go to the lower species like Manigreva, Nalakuvera. They made so many bad choices and made so much covering. In the human form, in the demigod form only, they became like a trees. So Narada Muni told, become trees. So we need to recover, and for that some points are stay away from triggers and stay aware of triggers and stay away from them. So we need to understand, if I get a sinful desire, from where it is coming. Awareness. For example, one brahmachari, he saved one number, and while he was watching the WhatsApp status, that particular person keeps all the film songs as the WhatsApp status. So he understood. For some days he saw, and then he understood, this is creating desires in my heart. And he deleted that number. So we need to stay aware of our triggers and stay away from them. In summary, we saw Bhakti is the best sadhana that fulfills the Anvaya Vyatireka Sarvatra Sarvada. And all other paths like karma, jnana, and yoga, they don't fulfill this Anvaya Vitireka Sarvatra Sarvada. And from Prabhupada's purpose, we understand one may be great philosopher or great scientist, etc. Unless he practices Bhakti Yoga, he cannot give relief to the society. And he may be considered intelligent by others, but as per Bhagavatam, he is the greatest fool. And unless we inquire about Atma Tattva, the material, we need to accept material bodies. Then when these material bodies, this transmigration stops, when we get the love for Lord Vasudeva. So we are very grateful to Srila Prabhupada and his disciples who gave the best topmost sadhana Bhakti Yoga by going through lot of inconveniences. They gave us the topmost sadhana to us. We are very grateful to Prabhupada and disciples. We'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.